boys and girls. In this video we are going to be practicing making circles. You are going to need 2 squares pre-cut 2 inches by 2 inches, 2 white squares pre-cut 3 inches by 3 inches, and then 2 brown squares pre-cut 4 inches by 4 inches. Now you're going to be working with pencil, but because I'm working on camera, I'm going to use marker. Pencil is really the best option for beginning drawers because you can erase any mistakes. So we're going to start with that square, and we're simply going to draw curved lines to round those edges off like this. Now we want those curved lines to kind of touch the sides and the top of the paper. That way we get a circle that will be about 4 inches wide for the white ones, and then 3 inches wide for the white ones, and 2 inches wide for the black, and 4 inches for the brown. So one mistake that children can make is that they could round the corners the opposite way. And of course, that's not going to give us a nice circle. So you're going to need your learning coach to kind of guide you through drawing those circles. This might be hand over hand, or it might be that you need several pieces of paper for trial and error. Sometimes it's helpful to have a finished one right next to the one that you're trying to make. So we are rounding in a circle, and we're going to touch the edges but not the corners. Okay, another mistake that students make often is that they'll round the corners like this. And boys and girls, does this make a circle? I know that you could use your eyes to tell me. That does not make a circle. So you want to make sure that you are just getting that right curve in there. You're going to do that for all 3 pieces of paper. And I have the brown ones and the black ones because they're such dark colors. I have them pre-done with some silver Sharpie. You could also use a white crayon to do these colors if it's easier for you to see. The next thing that we're going to need to do is we are going to need to cut these out. Now, cutting a circle is not the same skill as snipping squares. In art class, we've been making those straight cuts like this. This is a completely different skill because cutting a circle requires us to know what our 2 hands' jobs are. The scissor hand's only job is opening and closing those scissors whenever we cut circles. So when we cut a circle, first of all, of course, we're going to hold our paper with our fist like this. You should be able to see the thumb is up. Our fingers are in the scissors the right way. We've got our thumb in the alligator's eye. We've got 3 fingers in the belly. Because I'm a grown-up, I'm just going to put 2 because my hands are bigger than yours. And of course, the alligator always points away from us. So we're going to just open and shut with those scissors. The paper hand has the big job. It's the paper's hand job to turn the paper. See how my scissors stay completely straight? The paper hand does all of the turning so that we can cut our circle. And I'm going to cut this circle. And look at all that work that the paper hand has to do. The scissor hand just opens and shuts. And we're going to have some really nice circles. If you're new to cutting circles, start with the bigger circles first because they're kind of easier to cut. There's a little more room for making mistakes on those bigger circles. The smaller circles are going to be very difficult to draw, and they're going to be a little more difficult to cut. If you make a mistake, it's okay. Just start again. That is the best way to just learn, is by doing something again and again and again until we get it just right. And if you have to, oh, see, I've got a little bit of the color. If you have to, you can trim these just ever so slightly. But we want to make sure that they're pretty close to that size. So next week, we're going to put these in the folder, and next week we're actually going to make something with all the circles that we've cut and with all the triangles that we've cut.